Well, to discuss the current situation in North Korea, I'm joined from New York by the author and columnist Chang, and from Canberra by Dr. Leonid Petrov, a Korean Studies lecturer at the University of Sydney. Gentlemen, thank you both for being with me. Chang, let me begin with you. We heard Andrei Lankov there saying this time it's different. But, you know, we've been hearing this for 40 years. The CIA have been telling us that war is imminent on the Korean peninsula. Should we be more scared now?
I think we should be more concerned because obviously North Korea is headed towards a leadership transition. When we look at the pictures of Kim Jong-il from April 9th and July 8th, they show a marked deterioration. Kim has lost weight, and more ominously, he's lost hair. It may not be pancreatic cancer, but clearly something is killing him.
Okay.
So it's really, I think, clearly it's going to be a leadership transition soon.
I wouldn't say losing hair is necessarily a sign of illness, but should we be afraid of one nuclear test and a very, very dodgy capacity to deliver a warhead?
Well, North Korea does not have the capacity right now to deliver a nuclear warhead accurately, but clearly they've been making great strides in, first of all, developing the warheads themselves, but also the missiles. So perhaps 5 to 7 years, they will have a long-range missile, and they will have a warhead on top of it, and it will be accurate. And that means that he could hold the United States, the rest of the international system, to ransom.
Leonid Petrov, are we hearing here echoes of so many familiar and yet unsubstantiated threats? We heard it from the Soviet Union, which did have not only the nuclear capacity, but the ability to believe it. We heard it about Iraq, we're hearing it about Iran. Is this really the right way to be looking at North Korea?
Well, we shouldn't compare North Korea with the Soviet Union, one of the major nuclear powers of the past and the present. But looking at the Iraqi experience, I think that Kim Jong-il has learned a good lesson from basically what happened to Saddam Hussein. It was Saddam Hussein who was insisting that he did not have nuclear weapons or any other weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein allowed international inspectors into the country, and after that, when the international community verified that there was no weapons of mass destruction, Iraq was attacked, Saddam Hussein was caught and executed. Kim Jong-il does not want to repeat this pitiful destiny. That is why he is playing the bluffing game.
The reference to the Soviet Union, though, is illustrative because it highlights the fact that a containment policy can work over the long term and doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be quite so aggressive as some are saying we should be towards North Korea.
I would not suggest that we have to believe everything what North Korea says, because North Korea is a small, impoverished, cornered state without much future. North Korea has the only trump card in its sleeve. It is the nuclear weapons, and with this only factor, nuclear factor, it's trying to buy some time for survival. I don't think North Korea will survive much longer with nuclear weapons, but at least it will guarantee and give some sense of security to the North Korean regime if they claim that they have nuclear weapons, and if the international community at least demonstrates that they trust them and they give them security assurance for not attacking North Korea.
All right, Chang, I'll give you a chance to respond to that in just a minute. I know you want to talk about that, but we're just going to have to take a quick break first. When we come back, we'll talk about not only the succession in North Korea, but also hear from one man who has devoted his life to helping North Koreans defect. Stay with us.